You're about to buy the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And then the iPhone 18 Pro Max leaks start flooding your feed. Bigger battery, new camera tech, a smaller dynamic island, Apple's own modem, and of course, a higher price. So here's the real question. Should you buy the iPhone 17 Pro Max right now? Or wait for the iPhone 18 Pro Max? In this video, we're breaking down everything the leaks are suggesting: battery life, design changes, display upgrades, performance, cameras, colors, connectivity, and pricing, so you can decide what's actually worth your money based on how you use your phone. Quick reminder, before we dive in, the iPhone 18 Pro Max isn't official yet. These are leaks and rumors, and Apple can always change things. But even rumors can be useful when they point to clear upgrade patterns. Let's start with the upgrade that matters to almost everyone: battery life. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to come with a larger battery capacity, possibly around 5,500 mAh. If that's accurate, it could translate into roughly 1.5 to 2 extra hours of real-world usage compared to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. That doesn't sound dramatic until you think about daily life. 2 extra hours can mean finishing a long day of 5G, GPS, and camera use without scrambling for a charger. It can mean fewer moments of turning on low power mode at 5 p.m. It can mean traveling and not worrying about your phone dying while you're navigating or boarding a flight, but there's usually a trade-off. A bigger battery can make the phone slightly thicker, maybe 1 to 2 millimeters. Most people won't notice it after a day or two, but if you're someone who loves a slimmer feel, it's something to keep in mind. And no, don't expect a massive battery tech revolution here. Based on current leaks, silicon-carbon batteries aren't likely to show up in this model. The gain is expected to come from pure capacity and Apple's efficiency improvements. If you're a power user who constantly pushes your Pro Max gaming, editing, filming, hotspotting, traveling battery alone could be a strong reason to wait for the iPhone 18 Pro Max. Now let's talk about the display and the overall feel of the phone. The screen sizes are expected to stay the same, around 6.3 inches for the Pro and 6.9 inches for the Pro Max. So if you're waiting for a major size change, this probably isn't the year. But the iPhone 18 Pro Max could still look and feel more premium through refinements. One rumored change is improved brightness. More brightness means better outdoor visibility, stronger HDR impact, and a more comfortable experience in sunlight. Another rumored change is a smaller dynamic island. This might sound minor, but it can make the screen feel cleaner-esque when you're watching videos, gaming, or reading. It's the kind of upgrade you don't appreciate until you use it every day. What you probably shouldn't expect, at least not yet, under display Face ID. Based on current leaks, Apple isn't making that leap with the iPhone 18 Pro Max. So if you already have an iPhone 17 Pro Max and you're happy with the display, the iPhone 18 Pro Max display upgrades may feel like polish, not a dramatic transformation. Next up, performance and RAM. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to stick with 12 gigabytes of RAM, tuned for iOS efficiency. Some people will compare it to Android phones that ship with much higher RAM numbers, but Apple's advantage is optimization. iOS is designed to squeeze more real performance out of the hardware, and Apple Silicon is already extremely powerful. For most users, 12 gigabytes is more than enough for heavy multitasking, high-end gaming, editing, and keeping apps running in the background without constantly reloading. In daily use, the difference between fast and faster gets smaller every year, so if your iPhone 17 Pro Max already feels smoothened for most people, it will alone probably isn't a strong enough reason to wait. Now, let's get to the category where the iPhone 18 Pro Max could actually feel like a meaningful leap. Cameras. One of the biggest rumored upgrades is a variable aperture on the main camera. In simple terms, that means the camera can physically adjust how much light it lets in. The potential benefits are huge for real photography: better low-light performance, improved control in harsh lighting, and more flexibility in how your photos handle background blur and sharpness. On top of that, the main camera resolution is rumored to increase to 24 megapixels. More megapixels doesn't automatically mean better photos, but with Apple's image processing, it can mean sharper detail, better crops, and more room to frame. your shot after you take it, leaks also suggest improvements to the front-facing camera and the ultra-wide camera. If those upgrades happen, that's a big deal for creators and everyday users alike. Better selfies, better video calls, cleaner vlogs, and a more useful ultra-wide for travel, landscapes, and group photos. If cameras are the main reason you buy a Pro Max, the iPhone 18 Pro Max might be the first leak that genuinely makes waiting feel smart. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't change how your phone looks, but can change how it feels all day. Connectivity. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to use an Apple in-house modem. If Apple executes well, this could improve signal stability, increase efficiency on mobile data, and potentially strengthen privacy protections through tighter integration. The modem isn't exciting in marketing, but it's something you feel in real life. In crowded areas, on trains, in elevators, in weak coverage zones. When you're traveling, when you're relying on hotspot, a better modem can mean fewer dropped connections, better consistency, and even better battery life when you're on 5G. If you're someone who depends heavily on mobile data, this could quietly become one of the most important iPhone 18 Pro Max upgrades. Now for the fun part. Colors. Leaks suggest Apple could introduce new finishes such as a dark cherry color, along with lighter blue and gray options. If you care about having something that looks new and different, a fresh color can be surprisingly tempting, especially in years when the overall design stays familiar. But that also means some current colors could disappear. So if you love the existing iPhone 17 Pro Max color lineup, buying now could be the safer choice. Now let's get real about the price, because price changes everything. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to cost about $100 more across the lineup, with the Pro Max potentially starting around $1,399. If you're budget conscious, that increase alone might push you toward the iPhone 17 Pro Max, especially once discounts, trade-in deals, and carrier offers start showing up. And there's another thing to consider. Future iPhones, especially foldables, if they arrive, are expected to be even more expensive. So if you want a traditional Pro Max flagship without paying the next wave of premium pricing, the iPhone 17 Pro Max could end up being the value sweet spot. So here's the decision in plain English: by the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now if you want the best value, you need a new phone immediately, and you're already satisfied with the camera and battery you can get today. It's still a top-tier flagship experience, and you'll likely save money either up front or through better deals. Wait for the iPhone 18 Pro Max if battery life is a top priority. If you care a lot about camera improvements like variable aperture and upgraded sensors, if you want the refined display experience, or if you're excited about the potential real-world benefits of Apple's in-house modem. At the end of the day, both phones are going to be excellent. The real question is whether the rumored iPhone 18 Pro Max upgrades match your lifestyle, your usage, and your budget. Now, I want to know, are you buying the iPhone 17 Pro Max now, or waiting for the iPhone 18 Pro Max? And which rumored upgrade matters most to you: battery, camera, modem, or display? Tell me in the comments, and if you share what phone you're upgrading from, I can tell you whether the jump is worth it for your situation. If you want more updates as new iPhone 18 Pro Max leaks arrive, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.